All right, folks, thank you so much for waiting. We are back. It is me, your boy Regan, and we got Tosh here.
Well,
Boys
since
back in
since
town.
we've been gone, Fish had that long touchdown, and then a bad pass by Mormon, followed up by a sack fumble, and the Titans got the ball, but Chargers make a big stop because it could have been a 3-score game after that possession, but looks like they're going to get the ball back, avoiding the big first quarter meltdown.
So, what do you think Van should do here? What's the move?
Right now, he's just missing easy passes. Against Brian, you're going to have to spread him out a little bit, get him out of those bunch everybody baseline, try to keep everybody and let his linebackers go cover. But I think if he needs to spread him out a little bit, but Van's an old school guy. But I think if we see a couple more 3 wide receiver sets, this series might be good for him.
Gotcha. Mormon faking the snap, goes toss left to Chubb. Plenty of Titans in pursuit. He breaks a tackle, but can't do much else. Goes out of bounds after a gain of about 5 or 6.
See some 3 wide receiver sets coming out to start, and I like the running out of it.
Fakes the handoff. Mormon going to pass, and a nice interception by DeAndre Southward. What a play by him.
Yeah, it looked like if that pass could have been maybe it was lobbed a little bit, sailed a little bit on him because he was open for a moment, but you had to fit it in that tight window, and Mormons just hasn't been doing it right now. Brian's been attacking the outside because of the stout defensive line. The D-line, the pass rush got to him last time, put him behind the stick, so that's what Van's got to rely on.
All right, we should be all good now. Bennett Beard dropped on the play.
Good read, man coverage. Saw Beard right away. Could have probably waited a little bit and tried to take one of the deeper routes, but with that pass rush coming, you got to take what you can get. Don't like the way this defense matches up with this formation right now.
And he hits the wheel out of it, but a nice defensive play by Moore.
Another big play right here, 3rd and 4. Van needs this. Needs to watch the short drag slant across the middle just for easy first down.
DeCiccio making changes at the line. Takes the snap, looking to fire. Gets the easy little run and slides to avoid the hit.
That was great, great coverage. I mean, they took away both the slants. They took away the spot route. But if everyone's covered, Brian's talked about it. You need to use the legs on that quarterback, and he did.
DeCiccio stepping back to the line after a nice little scramble to get that first, like you mentioned. Looking to fire and overthrows his favorite target, the running back.
Yeah, that route, that table route right there it's a staple in this Titans offense. A lot of people run that level sail. That route is so hard to cover, but the quarterback sailed it on that one, and Van escapes a rather large gain that could have led to.
I see what you did there, sir. DeCiccio tossing left. And Jefferson gets popped. 3rd and 9.
3rd and 9, not in field goal range. So as long as they can force an incomplete pass here, they'll probably get the ball back. It'll be interesting to see if Brian doesn't get the first down, but gets some yardage, if he kicks a field goal or just tries to go for it. LA needs a new stadium. They need a new stadium.
Yeah, they do. That only holds about 15,000 people from what I hear. Yeah, this could be big for Brian. If he can get a first down and score, keep it okay.
Yeah, that's one of those that if you're on Brian's stream right now, that you're hearing a lot of words that we can't post.
Absolutely. That is probably why he stayed off the mic this game.
That happened to me in our game, but I lucked out and got a catch on it.
Oh yeah, that was one of those crazy plays that you can't make up. We saw that and it was like
Snap
8 free yards.
Yeah.
I believe that was all on Karsten's though. That's because he's just he's a freak of nature. Somehow, one of the most underrated players in the league still, even though he is one of the biggest threats there on the inside. Second to probably only his former teammate out of Stanford. Yeah, like you mentioned though, Van, I'm guessing you're going to say that Van needs to get an offensive possession going, huh?
Yeah, he does. He's really been forcing things over the middle, and that's where it's been sailing. Maybe take some shots outside, maybe some out routes, some corner routes. But Chubb with a nice run, and maybe he'll stick with the Chubb master. Van has said he loves Chubb.
He does. No mistake there. That was there's
the out route that I was talking about, but was poorly thrown.
And Ross really couldn't get much separation on him. Had the DB draped all over him. And Van hits a crossing route, goes Hunter Henry over the middle. Mormon gets a nice little play there.
Needed it. Sometimes you just get the quarterbacks in a rhythm and they'll stay hot for you. Needed that little completion. The Chargers has really stepped up. They're getting the pass blocking, but also the run lanes are there. So see if he goes back to it.
I agree entirely. He's really got to capitalize on that more. Mormon, and speaking of the devil, almost picked off by a D lineman there. Lucky to get that one back.
I think he saw the tight end breaking free, but it was one of those where when he pushed to throw the ball, Mormon flipped his body and set his feet and didn't have enough time. Missed opportunity.
Mormon coming out under center. Got the single back behind him. Dropping back. Looking over the middle. I believe it's the same play, trying to hit that same little, similar play though. He's got the post and the crossing route underneath.
Yeah, Van likes the post drag combo. He likes to make the read, the high-low read. He'll use that often. But that Tampa 2, Brian did a good job of taking away the crossers, so forced him to go to the post, and that linebacker made a nice.
All right, stream did a little bit of a lag there, but we are back. 3rd and 10. Mormon coming out in the gun. Empty set. Looking to fire here on 3rd. And he is picked off. by Jackson, who's going to take it to the house. And these Titans are trying to earn a spot to their second consecutive Super Bowl.
That one, I don't know how much time he had. That's one of those corner routes you got to let develop because Brian's player had somebody in that purple zone. If you wait a little bit, you might be able to hit that guy on the sideline, but bullet pass right in the middle of the field on that corner route, right near the hash, too much traffic.
Yeah, it just seems like Mormon's playing nervous right now. Just not really. Really, the coach is going to have to talk to him after a hair half and just try to talk some sense into him. What do you do, Tosh, if you feel like at this point in the game you put yourself in Van's head. You just threw a pick six. You're trying to come back here. What direction do you go?
I think on the ground, you got to. I know it's hard, but you got to at least try to get something before. I'm trying to get a field goal probably before half. I mean, a touchdown might be a little bit too much, but try to make it a 2-score game. And maybe, right now, Brian's either all-out blitzing or playing max coverage. So maybe a screen would be nice around this time. Maybe throw a screen, see what you can get some safe plays. But one more, if anything bad happens and Brian gets another score before half, it's almost curtains.
Strategically, there's a very similar style play with a halfback draw. It's very similar to the screen. Kind of does the same thing, tries to get those defensive linemen up the field, and they try to sneak that little draw on underneath. You like the play call there?
Yeah, I like it. You've got to just try to get little yards. You're not going to – there's no 17-point play. You got to get 3 scores. I was late. Who gets ball at half?
I believe it is. It's Van getting the ball at half. The Chargers.
Okay, so you just need to get some points. You got to get some points.
Mormon making some adjustments at the line on 3rd and 4. Dropping back and hits his receiver, Kuti. Close enough. Oh, no, of course. I'm struggling so hard on the name, and that is D.D. Westbrook that just caught that pass. Heavy set, and the blitz lands on Mormon. Goes down hard. Loss of 8 on the play.
Right now, every time Brian's been dialing that up, it's been effective, the man blitz.
True Fawn in coverage in the nickel. Tries to get outside of that out route. Can't quite make it there, but he does make the tackle. Brings up a 3rd
it's a good
5.
play. It's a big play. 3rd and 5 now. You've got a couple options here. As long as you don't take a sack, well, he needs a yard. If you're at the 50, gets a little bit of positive yardage, you can go for it, but.
That is true. Can't really kick a field goal from this distance, can you? There's a nice play call there. Hit him with the hitch route. Get the first.
All right, now you can't make a big mistake. I know you want the touchdown. Ideally, you play for the touchdown. You don't play for the field goal, but you have to know that field goal's good at this point. Field goal's good. You're playing good defense. You're playing good defense against the Titans. You're just giving them too much with turnovers.
And they do get the ball to start the second half. So If you can go down, you're only down by 2 scores if you can kick a field goal here. at the least.
Yep.
And if you get a touchdown, you're even closer. But
Yeah, a field goal here and then a touchdown or a flip-flop after half. I mean, you're a one-score game.
if Van does make this comeback attempt, that missed extra point by Brian could really come back to bite him.
Yeah, and we'll probably hear about it for a long time.
Yeah. Nick will probably make an emoji of it. The doink.
There are 9 Vans coming out to the empty set.
Sure is. We got Mormon coming out, making some checks. And the middle linebacker drops back, looking like that cover 3 invert. And the linebacker plays it nicely and forces the incompletion. Well played there, I must say. Really can't ask much better from your middle linebacker there playing that double buzz.
Now that's a heck of a play. I mean, I thought maybe the wide receiver brought it down, but Van ended up punting there. I'm not sure if I would have right there, especially how the game's been going. Give it a shot, but we'll see what happens. I think Brian's going to be super conservative here. He should be super conservative.
But he does come out in the three wide receiver set. Checks the mic. Likes to run out of that after identifying the mic. Ooh, whacked as he throws. Comes up empty. The pass rush has been equally intense on both sides, although most of the pressure for the Titans is coming out of those blitz packages. You know, this Chargers unit does just love to get pressure even out of those 4 wide sets. And Titans are going hurry up here. They're trying to put more points up. Running play. 35 seconds to go. Forces a timeout by the Chargers, I believe. Interesting call there.
The Chargers think that they can make a stop. That's why I'm wondering why he didn't give it a shot on the 4th down, but we'll see what happens here. I mean, Dan might be a little discouraged, but he can force Brian to make a mistake.
Brian doesn't make mistakes often. There he goes down to his running back, Fisher Jefferson.
It's that table route.
Yep. Against man coverage, it is so hard to stop. Chargers looking a little lost on 3rd. And they give up the first. 16 seconds to go in the first half. Hard hit there by the safety. But Bennett Beard.
Yep, going to get him in field goal range.
Yep. It's a carbon copy of what happened in my game against him. Bennett Beard just does not drop the ball over the middle.
Well, now it's a 20-point game. We'll see what Van's going to do right off the bat. I mean, You're at the point where you're losing confidence in your defense. You're losing confidence in what you're doing on offense. Do you switch it up or you just start chucking it?
And a return. Problems are spreading indeed to this special teams, and they can't even get it out past the 20. It's been just a full sweep in the first half for the Tennessee Titans. Mormon coming out to pass on first. It's the out route. Or might have been a curl. Nope, it was an out route. Good one to call against man. So Tosh, do you think Van has seemed to make some decent play calls on offense, but do you think partially it's just because he's getting lucky on a few of them, or do you think he's schemed these guys open?
Which one? You said Van's making good play calls? Or...
Yeah, Van has had a couple, like the man coverage.
Yeah.
He finds a good man beater.
He's good at figuring out if it's man or zone right away and then knowing which routes to go to. I just think Mormon's been a little off, and he's just getting a little too ambitious at times.
Here's a deep shot, and it is intercepted by Trufant. Tennessee, he's on the run. Gets it back to right at midfield. Well, that answers your question, Tosh. Is he going to come out and keep doing what he's doing on offense, or is he just going to chuck it? And I think he chose option B.
Detroit! No, check, Patriot! Over!
That was indeed door number 2. And Fisher, ooh, what a hit. It's Tremaine Terrell Edmonds coming out of Pittsburgh on the trade this year. Nice pickup for those Chargers.
We'll see what. I just think they're just going to keep pounding the rock. They're going to. They're already in field goal range. Field goal would put them up 23, but high percentage stuff. Don't make any stupid mistakes. Feel for Van. Wish it was a little bit closer. A couple of those passes that sailed that first half really put you under the gun.
You got DeCiccio making checks at the line. Takes the snap.
Everybody.
Dropping back deep. Hits the curl. Hits the little drag route underneath. And a big hit. This Chargers team is not going down without a fight.
I know everybody rag on Brian, but right now it's his defense is the one that winning him this game today.
That's true. They've won him the field position battle, and his offense has done just enough to capitalize.
Yeah, when you're given that field position, they got to pick 6. You got one long run on offense.
That's true.
But Van's defense has been playing pretty well. They've just been put in bad situations. Wonder if Brian's PMs are blowing up that you better play after this.
Oh yeah, no. If he doesn't, I will be floored. The league might just burn down. There would be. I can't even imagine.
He's Mr. Fast Advance.
Yeah, exactly. I can only imagine, because then it would be a Friday draft, and it appears that 99% of the league doesn't want that. And what's funny is this is, in fact, the one off season that I am not free on a Friday for a Friday draft.
Yeah.
So I will also be in that boat trying to get into play. Sign me up, ticket for one,
Here we go now. Blue
on the Super Bowl night hype train.
ready.
Casicho making the check at the line. Ooh, nice defensive play there.
Again, another forced field goal. And Brian's known for that. I mean, I know when I played him, I forced him. I think he kicked 5, but he relies on that defense. That's an understated part of his game, that defense. And in his run game, I mean, he's ball control. He wants to take time off the clock, have you make mistakes.
Mormon's
Which is a
given
lot.
him plenty so far to deal with.
It's a lot like Jack's game, so it'll be interesting.
Ooh, big juke move. But all that work, and he gets it right back out to the 25. Philip Dorsett. Even in his old age, he's still a very viable returner for this team.
Well, if you believe in miracles, it's still only a 3-score game. If you got those 2-point conversion plays handy, see what Van can do.
And that is tough, though, because Brian is not an easy opponent in the red zone. So that'll be tough.
There was a game, though, recently that we called together. Matt Bryan was up about this much. All it took was a play or two, and those Texans were right back in it.
Oh, that's true. This is very true.
Over.
We're going to need to see some heroics from Mormon here in his big defensive tackle there. Said, no, sir, no longer. Mr. McKee.
We haven't heard from Mr. Ross.
I'm sure he's been an offensive or a defensive key for those Titans.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Oh, another misfire by Mormon. He has not looked good.
No, sir. He's even farther off than Finney was in my game. Finney at least teased me. Mormon's just tossing.
Tries to beat him to the corner. Gets a few yards out to the 40-yard line. 1st and 10, Tennessee. They got a 3-score advantage on him. I don't know. What do we talk about at this point in the game?
You probably, we can look at the future matchup, but I mean, still, if you're Van, you're playing. You know that the run's coming. You've got to sell out, and you've got to hope for big turnover, strip. Probably turn on the aggressive tackle at this point. Force Brian to throw the ball, maybe play some man coverage, and maybe get a play, get an interception. And it looks like that might be happening here.
And we got DeCiccio dropping back. A huge catch.
When that's happening, though, I mean, right there, that looks like it's an interception.
It did.
It's coming down with it.
Corey Davis just boxed his man out and got the ball.
Well, I don't think this is. We might as well start highlighting the keys to the next game. I mean, I don't think Dan's going to go back and want to watch this one over again.
That's true.
As Brian is not letting his foot off the gas.
So since you recently played Jack, what do you think would be some of the keys for Jack to beat? I mean, of course, we're gonna give Van the benefit of the doubt here, but either one of these teams, what do you think? What do you think Jack could do to really guarantee a win here in the big game?
Well, with Jack, I mean, Rosen's got to be on. Rosen missed a couple. With Jack's got some nice routes. You've got to be ready for, and because if you don't use it or if you don't get pressure, he's going to complete those passes 90% of the time. But I think and Rosen missed a couple or got it knocked away. But Jack's going to stick to the run game, and I think against either of these teams, that's what you need to do. Defensively, Jack would be all right, but it's going to be how can you create those turnovers, and how can you stop? How do you say DeSico?
I think it's DeSico.
Yeah, DeSico. I like that, but forcing him to field goals, and then maybe get those interceptions that you can. Because I mean, right now Jack's secondary is second to none. I mean, I think his lowest rated player in his depth chart is like an 85 overall, which is crazy. So he's going to match up, and it allows him to bring linebackers, bring extra guys, play underneath coverage that a lot of people don't do. And I think that'll be a big key in trying to beat these teams, because both these teams want the underneath stuff first, and then they'll take their shots. I've seen more hitches and outs in this game than a lot of people throw in an entire season, which it's just an underutilized route that a lot of people don't like to throw. And I think the Redskins can cover that pretty well with the personnel that they have out in the field.
Absolutely. And I think the loss of both of his star running backs will really hurt Brian. He's going to go in hamstringed pretty much. Jack is also down a running back, but I don't think the talent level.
Jack doesn't need a big running game.
Exactly.
As in, he doesn't need 150 yards. He just needs positive yards on first or second down to get him in third and manageable. And then he's got the plays. He's got the ability to convert those. And, he's one of those guys, he doesn't care if he has to punt. He'll be all right.
His defense can hold them. And that I think that's what I think the key is whichever guy goes up by 2 scores in that Super Bowl, if it's possible. I know it might not be with those 2 defenses, but if one of them, the first 1 to 2 scores, will definitely hold all the cards, because neither of them is known for an explosive offense. Brian sort of is, but I think with the matchup issues that Jack's defense presents, I think he is at a disadvantage. I don't think he really has a explosive, any real mismatches there on the outside, inside, anywhere.
The thing about both Jack and Brian is you're going to see a lot more user linebacker, user safety than anybody. So they will try to, and like they say, they both watch a lot of film. They both try to figure out what's coming on, and they're going to try to stop what you want to do best and let the computer do the rest.
I will give it to Brian there. Well played, really clean user zone there. He could have chosen to run with that the crossing route. It was kind of more weird, deep, really deep crosser, almost like a post. But he could have chosen to run with it, but he didn't. I do respect the decision there, because it is really tempting as a user to go run with it and go out of your zone, but he did let him go by and let him pass into the next zone, and that safety just missed on the tackle. Sorry, Tosh, you say something?
No, you're good.
Okay.
You're good. I'm watching what's going on right now.
Yep. And the one moment Van has any crack of a comeback, a little sliver, his,
rough.
yep, he slams the door shut.
Jack and Brian are similar on defense too. They both like the cover 4 scheme, and they'll try to blitz at times. They've got their go-tos on 3rd and long that they like, so they're comfortable. On offense, like I said, they both have a run-first mentality. I think that Jack relies more on the play action. He's got some awesome play action plays that, if you're not ready for, will tear you up every time. And I think Brian relies more on the quick read, either in, hitch, cross, or slant,
Yep.
or like he says, he'll take off. He'll take off. But Jack has a lot of spy in his defensive repertoire.
That's true. And I think he really helped you out, or it helped Jack out playing you this last week, because that way he could kind of get a good one crack at a more mobile quarterback in order to get prepared for this next matchup. Breaking news in the XCFL, our commissioner Nick Larson has upgraded his internet. He now has an 11.9 upload and a 226 megabyte download. And I heard the crowd cheer behind me. Is that and John Ross, there he is. He shows up in classic too little too late fashion. But a nice play nonetheless. And Rashawn Evans pursuing from the back end. And that was a defensive tackle making a really nice
big
play.
Man, 79, big man, downfield, one-handed tip. I mean, you're getting that kind of stuff. I mean, right now, does Brian just go to sleep because all his luck might run out this game?
For real.
No, he's going to play. Brian, I know you're listening.
Yeah, he is, exactly. Got to do some subliminal advertising. Brian, you're listening to us, and you're going to play. We don't want a Friday draft. None of us want that. The power is in your hands to make us not freaking boot you.
Brian's prepared. He's prepared for the next round. He doesn't want to think about it. You're in that mode where you're playing well. Just go. Keep it rolling.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Keep the momentum rolling.
He was scouting while he was calling the game, guaranteed.
Oh, no doubt. Yeah, all those times, pretty much it was this is what I would do, in these situations. I mean, that's the perfect time to do it. You won't be more ready.
If you're Brian right now, there's 5 minutes. You're up 26.
Yeah.
Van might score again, but you can't afford any more injuries.
That's true.
So
That's very true.
You gotta put your backup quarterback in to hand the ball off
to a backup running back.
Yep.
A backup, because you need Fisher. Because Fisher Jefferson has done a pretty good job. He's had a nice little breakout game.
Yeah, I mean, he's been around. He played back in my first or second season when he was a rookie, he was toting the rock in some high leverage game because of injuries. So.
Detroit! Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Hey, 86.
Mormon with the drag going left. It's dropped. It's pretty representative of how this entire day has gone for these Chargers.
Absolutely.
Gone!
3rd and 10. LA trying to, at this point, what do you play for, Tosh?
Van's gonna kick field goal, make the score better, make it more respectable.
Gotcha.
Van's been around the block about 8,000 times. You have these games, you just don't want them to happen at this point. We've all been there where everything goes wrong. It's just Mormon's been so far off on so many passes.
It's true.
I haven't had a time to watch him most of the season, but I know Van's been happy with him.
He did say, I will admit, there were times in chat that I heard he would say there are games where Mormon looks really bad. And this is one of those games. It's he's shown promise in certain games. He's looking like a guy that really could do something special for them later in his career. Maybe next season or in the following, but games like this, you just want to forget as a rookie. You just don't want to think about these, because just the days that absolutely nothing goes right.
And right now, the type of ball, if something happens and your quarterback is getting sacked and he gets hurt, man, you're gonna be kicking yourself.
No doubt. There's nothing to play for at this point.
No, you're up 23.
I wouldn't have my starting running back, quarterback. No,
Nope.
You just need to, honestly, I'd chew clock and just kneel it out. Let's go. Or run it out, I guess. But essentially the equivalent of kneeling.
8.
I mean, there's Hopkins. Hopkins is still out there. He's an old guy. I mean, you start to wonder about the health of some of these players.
They're in a power running formation. Let's see what they do.
They sure are.
Well, Brian's got something to prove. Keep the fish is still in there.
I wonder if there's some unsaid beef between Van and Brian.
Big Brian, old Van.
Old Van and Big Bry. The neck brace wonder versus the adult diaper model. Probably shouldn't be joking about Van. Don't want to kick him while he's down. It's been a tough game. It's been one that sometimes you feel like there's nothing you can do, and this is just one of those.
Yep. I'll tell you what, if there wasn't any beef, there might be a little beef going on, because I mean, even there, we're still looking at pass plays.
On 2nd and 2, yeah.
I think Van is probably ready to call this one. And we've seen probably 4 or 5 passes in one run on this final possession.
I mean, with 2 minutes, yeah, no doubt.
Brian will justify it, and Van will probably tell him pounds.
Hey, as long as he plays tonight, I mean, he could throw 14 times on Van here in this last drive. I don't care. Like,
exactly.
But now then we might have to have an issue.
Fisher Jefferson got smacked.
Yeah.
I mean, smacked.
But he's in there. I mean, that's the risk you run. And even the kick block attempt can't fall. Oh, man. That's just one of those days. Just one of those days.
Brian announces in chat he will play tonight.
Hey, look at this. Good stuff. All right. So if you're Van here, I mean, he's going to throw. He's looking like it's an empty set.
Detroit!
Guns a-blazing. He's not going down without throwing a few more licks in there. Oof.
Van's is trying to. If Brian wanted to extend the game, Van's going to extend it. And
That's true.
you know what? Keep the game going. The more time, the more plays, the more opportunity for injury.
That's true.
I've seen some stupid injuries happen.
Yep. Yeah, I have So, interesting question. So, like, after all you've seen today, what are some potential changes you might want to see from this? Oh, wow. And where has that pass been all day? I mean, I don't think that could have been more than 2 inches away from getting picked off.
Yeah. But you're saying potential changes?
Yeah, potential changes for this
Or
for this Chargers roster. Like, do you see where do you think they can go to maybe hit in the draft or oh my goodness, and there it is. There's the play. Wow. I mean, look at this.
That was his play.
Where has this been? I mean, it's like now Mormon's like, you know what? Game's totally out of hand. How about let's just like decide to show up? Yeah, exactly. He's kind of like, you know what? Now let's make some perfect throws. Now the question is, over under 3 passes on this next drive for Brian.
Oh man, if it's over, it's gonna be epic.
Might be. I'm pretty sure at this point, like, Brian is just like, all right, who don't I have beef with? Like, let's start beef with, let's go with Van. Let's start beef with him. We got beef with Boone, Doss. Let's see how many others. Count up the bodies. Nick, apparently. There's that one too. But that might be more one-sided simply from the Barry Brooks emoji. Oh, we got a fullback run here. Mr. Patrick Ricard, the world's fattest fullback. Fun fact, he actually plays backup defensive tackle for the Baltimore Ravens. He plays both.
Ooh, the kneel.
Whoa, what is this?
Ooh, and they bring their backup quarterback to kneel it. Wow.
Wow, look at that. Yeah, because, man, he totally might get hit now.
Well, we had to pick on Brian somehow. So
yeah, exactly.
He played a great game.
He did, yeah. Props, man. Hats off to Brian. And hats off to Van for an amazing season. I think this is the farthest he's gotten this cycle, isn't it? I think this is his first AFC championship.
Yeah, I'm not sure about this cycle, but I know he said this is like his 3rd time, but I don't know which cycle it was. But
okay. Or this, yeah, that's true. But hats off to you too, man. I mean, this is your first NFC championship here in the XCFL. Like, I mean,
yeah, we had opportunities. We
had
opportunities. We just didn't cash in. But you take out Wentz and Cohen, and that's 2 big playmakers for us. But we still had a chance. Dropped a pass and missed a pass on the last drive and missed a tackle here or there, but stuff happens.
That it does.
Move on. Hopefully we got a good game for the Super Bowl.
Oh, definitely.
I think we're guaranteed one either way. So
for sure. What we'll go ahead and do is go and do the same thing we did before. We'll stop this stream, kick up the next stream, and we will be right back. Oh, let's see if we might want to have Van on if Van wants to come on and say something. I don't know if he will, but he might want to grill Mormon, throw him under the bus. But
yeah, no doubt.
I heard him on the live. What is this? Oh, come on. Who's he talking about? He said, this Kaiser, he's like, I heard him on the live cast. He's an angry little man.
Well, Kaiser, we go back, way back.
Okay. Wow, for real?
This
Apparently,
cycle.
Van's been to the AFC Championship 3 times. Huh. Oh, that's true. I guess
Thursday
one
night
was against
draft.
me.
Thursday night
I
draft.
know, thank God.
All right. All right. Well, I'm gonna have to head out for the night. Maybe somebody else will come on and take the reins. Maybe you know
Yep.
what? You should get Studley on stream. I'd love to listen to that ball nonsense talk for a couple minutes because he's talking crap.
Nick Larson is coming in too. We got the whole squad. It'll be a lively little thing. We'll go ahead and close up shop here. Thank you guys so much for tuning into the AFC Championship. Sorry that we had a little bit of issues with the internet, but it seems like it's worked itself out. We will be right back with the Super Bowl. Take it easy, guys.